Hi, this is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of KitMaker Network, and welcome to another episode of Mail Call. What have we got for you today? Well, we've got a few boxes here behind. It's not a huge week, but I did want to go ahead and get it out there and done. A couple little updates, I guess, before I get on with the mail call. Last time around, or maybe right before, I can't remember. Anyways, we had some issues with hackers, and I think I mentioned it, and we've had more issues with hackers. So yeah, I had to spend some time kind of making our ad server site, which is a separate piece of software that we ran on a different server until just recently, but now we've got it on the same server. And anyways, that software was written a long time ago and didn't use encrypted passwords, and I've been through all this encrypted password stuff in another video. But suffice to say, I finally updated all that software, gave us encrypted passwords, gave us password recovery and all that stuff. So my ad clients are now safe from getting emails from people with crappy links to malware and stuff. This person was a supposed white hat hacker who was letting us know about this security vulnerability, and within 12 hours he was emailing off all this, spam. He was logging into the server trying to change ads, and luckily I get a notification, and he was only actually able to hack into the actual admin portion. He wasn't able to gain access to the entire server or the entire database. But anyways, long story short, yeah, I had to spend a lot of time the week before last dealing with that, and then kind of the final little cleanup bits. But so fun for me. But I did get out some videos last week, as the YouTube people will have noticed, and I'll hopefully get those up on the website soon as well. And I'm hopefully pushing on to some more newer items, as well as covering like some of that the new Tamiya Valentine kit that we got. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at and see what stuffs we got. And oops. Looks like from Osprey, we've got a couple of new books here. 3 new books. Another book by Steven Zaloga. This one is Panzer 38T versus BT-7 Barbarossa 1941. Looks like this one got a little dinged up getting to me, but yeah, we'll definitely still take a look at that. From author Robert Forshik. I'm going to guess that's the right pronunciation. Kurtz, 1943, The Southern Front. That may be an additional book. I thought there was a curse book, but it might have been a similar theme to that one. Early U.S. armor tanks, 1916 to 1940. So for maybe the kind of pre-World War II stuff, this will be a nice little primer book for U.S. armor. And we'll take a look at that one. I'm sure that's also Steven Zaloga as well. And this book also got a little beat up getting to me too. I didn't do that. Launching boxes. I was going to try to get the magazine that was below it. I've got box collapse over here. Too many boxes. I need to do a little cleanup work. Hopefully that's not showing in the video, right? All those boxes over there. All right, looks like from History and Collections, we've gotten Steel Masters number 144, their regular thing. This one got a little beat up getting to me as well. My goodness. Mail has not been kind to things. This is the number 144 issue for January, looks like, so we're definitely getting that a little bit kind of behind the curve. And what else do we have here? We've got from MRC, something in a box. A couple of announcements I guess I can make. We've had some staff changes over on Aeroscale. Rowan Bayless, who was the editor-in-chief there for many moons, 10 plus years really, is going to be stepping down from that role. He's still going to be on staff, but we've got basically a new news editor, a news managing editor, Kevin Brandt, who used to work on Armorama, who's now coming over to Aeroscale and doing his thing there. And we've got hopefully some new staff coming on board there, because Aeroscale still a decent site in terms of size and community and so forth, but we know we could be doing better in that regard. And speaking of aircraft, Academy has sent us a couple new kits, and I'd love to find some more contributors for aircraft as well. And if you're somebody who's written me, yeah, between this hacker situation and other stuff going on, changing the servers over and so forth, are moving to the new server. Yeah, I'm really behind on email, so you might have written me back in even in like February, and I haven't replied yet. But I bet you're still an unread email in my queue, and you will get some action there at some point. So 1/72nd scale F-86 Korean War. This is obviously the famed F-86 Saber, right? See, I knew that. Uh, without it being in the box. The 1/72nd scale U.S. Navy F/A 18E. This is the VFA 143 Pukin Dogs decal markings version, and so that looks like a nice kit. We got some interesting bubbly, wrappy stuff. MRC definitely reuses their shipping material well. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Don't sneeze on camera, Jim. No, okay, good. All right, we're good. All right, and then I got a big, nice, heavy box here from, I believe, AK Interactive. And this one I've had the longest, so unfortunately it's been languishing a bit, waiting for other stuff to come in. But I don't think anything in here that isn't in here that would have spoiled. So we'll see. Does paint spoil? Well, I guess over a lot of time it does. Okay, so what do we get? We got some new paint sets. We've got World War II German Vehicle Camouflage Colors Volume 1. That looks like it has 6 of the... these are the bottles. Just so if you guys are new to these types of sets, they include these types of, I guess the smaller paint bottles. What are they? 7... I'm trying to remember the milliliter size on these. Since I opened my big mouth, I'll have to look now. These are 25 milliliter? Oh, come on. You put the size on here, right? Oh, 17 milliliter. 17 milliliter, yes. Size paints. And we also got in from them an interesting figure set one. This is yellow uniform colors, so they show some different examples of historic figures there with those on there. And they also give you some examples on the back. And what else do we get? We got, for figures also, Vietnam, U.S. green, and camouflage. So again, and they show some examples here on the back. Hopefully I'm holding that at the right length. I can't preview. No previews. U.S. aircraft metal skins color. Showing the P-51 there on the cover. And then they show some examples of different aircraft on the back side here. So I guess it's like a metalizer set. It looks like it has silver, aluminum, olive drab, interior yellow, interior green, and rudder black. I think this is, no, rubber black, sorry. Rubber black, rudder. You can see where my confusion was. Oh, and this looks interesting. This is the, I'm going to pronounce this wrong because I've heard it several times pronounced correctly in German, but Abteilung. Anyways, the brand that used to be, I think, kind of went away for a while, but now it's come back, and AK obviously owns the brand. So this is fantasy and sci-fi color set. They show the Millennium Falcon here on the cover, but I think they're probably saying it can be used for other sci-fi ships. Now these are premium paints. This is what is the detail they give in here? It's actually in a purple color. So this is the 1/44 scale Bandai model they're showing on the cover. It looks like it has Gundam Blue, Coagulated Blood, Starship Filth, Turquoise Lights, Dead Flesh, and Ghost Gray. So, very cool. And then we have some more of those sets. This is leather and wood. So again, something to give you lots of leather and wood simulation effects. Now these are oil paints, right? I want to say these are oils. That's what makes them, yeah, oils. That's what makes them kind of special. Base color alteration set. And what else did we get? A big, or a couple of nice big books here. And a note. Yes, thank you very much, Fernando. All right, so this is a book by same series, obviously, for the paints, obviously for mastering oils. And this is Oil Painting Techniques on AFVs. And we'll do a turning the page on this, but you can see it's another one of AK's glorious, nicely published books. I don't know about the Spanish companies seem to have the right connection to printers over there. I don't know if they're doing. I assume they're not doing all this stuff in house, but they definitely, whether it's the magazines or the books they produce, they really have access to some great printing companies. So this is also Aces High. Now this is a magazine. Take a look at that thickness on that magazine. That is a huge magazine. Now this is Aces High Magazine Hind Special. So this is kind of a book. I think it's probably different articles put together from their magazine over time. It's about 15 euros, it looks like. But yeah, lots of Hind reference photos, some modeling examples in there, and again, we'll give you a better, more detailed look at that. And another issue of Turning the Page. Same thing. Now this is the €9 magazine. So this is Aces High with a helicopter, Modern War Horses Helicopters edition. And this is the Tanker magazine they put out, which is number 6. It looks like they've come along to number 6. And this one has modern and World War II armor. Working with German colors is one of the things they have on there. Steel cats, obviously the tiger and the panther there. All right, well that I think covers everything I got. So thanks for tuning in and watching as usual. And if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, put them below in the comments section, whether you're on YouTube or our website. You can give us a thumbs up or a like as well on either site. And of course, these samples will be available to go onto our samples lists. If you need more information about that, there's a link down below in the description you can check. In terms of people requesting samples or whatever, I just responded to someone via email about this, so I'll kind of let everybody know so that they don't fall into the same kind of back and forth trap scenario. But make specific requests. In other words, if this plane is something that you're interested in and you'd like to, do a review or a build or any, specific kind of like article-y type requests that we do build reviews, we do inbox reviews, we can do projects where you basically put together some photos when you built the model and say this is how I built the model and this is what I used with it, or that you could do a technique article, kind of like you see in magazines where you say I'm going to do this particular technique on this kit and so forth. Just present us with what you want to do. The list will usually show, our spreadsheets online show kind of generally what we're looking for, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's all we're looking for. So if we might have build review next to a kit, but if you're somebody who maybe has done some technique articles in the past and you want to do something like that, we're always open to suggestions or open to requests. So just send us the request and we'll let you know. But make a specific request, because I've had people come to me and say, I like anything, World War II or da 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 da. It's like, we don't work that way because it's too hard to, we have so many contributors. We can't keep a list of like everybody's likes and dislikes and so forth. And I'd much rather send a kit to someone who like, that's the specific kit, or couple of kits, whatever they requested, and we were able to, help them out with one or two of those requests. So, and then of course, if you've never contributed with us before, it's always a good idea to get something under your belt, whether that's a kit we can provide, or if we can't provide you a kit, then do one of your own, just so you can say, hey, there's my review online, and this is what I can do in terms of photo taking and article writing and all that kind of stuff. So, we're like all the other publishers out there. We want to see something, kind of like see what you can do kind of thing before you generally get a kit. But that's not to say we've never taken a risk on somebody that doesn't have any online content out there. But even then, we usually want to see photos and examples of your work, not necessarily because you're a master modeler, but just because we need to see how good you can photograph things and whether they're in focus and so forth and so on, all that stuff. So that all said, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time on Mail Call.